Welcome back to the TokyoFreshPodcast. My name is David, and I'm here with Jordan.
I'm here.
Sorry about last week.
I was dying.
You were dying.
Everyone was dying last week.
It's
I don't know what
just the way
happened.
it was.
Like, I got up and I was like, I'm feeling good. Gonna live my life. Got out of bed and I was like, oh, wait. Seems like I'm
No.
dying.
Yeah.
Not good.
Chiro's the same.
Same?
Yesterday, she was like, no, I feel like shit. Like,
Yeah. It was really, like, peculiar as well, because I didn't feel, like, sick in, like, the classic understanding of being sick. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm nauseous. Yeah.
Nauseous.
It was just like, it was like I'm exhausted. Like, my body feels like, it's like, no, we don't want to do this today. We're gonna not. And that was my...
I've had the quite the opposite. Like, I've been staying up till, like, 2 or 3 a.m.
Hell yeah, baby.
And then I'll go to bed, and I'll wake up at 6, and I'm like, I'm good. Like, I feel like perfect. Like, I feel like I've slept 8 hours.
What are you taking?
Fuck if I know.
What are you cursed with, my boy?
Unemployment.
Oh, fuck it, dude.
No, I don't know.
Good stress-free unemployment. Let's fucking go. Well, I would say stress-free, but let's go, baby.
No,
I'll
it's
take
definitely starting to be like, you should probably find it.
that. You stressing out?
Nah, I'm not stressing out, but it's like, you should probably do something.
Mm-hmm. I feel like eventually we'll just get bored.
No.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, same. I thought that, like, when in the brief time that I was also like enjoying unemployment, searching for jobs, you know, living a good life, I was like, eventually this is going to get boring, and it never does.
Nope.
It never
oh,
does.
Life is freedom now. I can just go somewhere in the middle of the day, and
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about it.
yeah, it never gets.
I don't have
like,
to plan anything. I can just go.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking sick.
Yep.
I get it. I get why you know when people are like, money can't buy happiness. Can't do it. You can have all the money in the world. You won't be happy. No, you'd be very happy. Like, you'd be ecstatic.
I mean,
Go on.
I think like that saying is. I think people misunderstand what that saying is talking about.
What are they saying?
I think they're saying like if you are depressed or like worried about something that money can't actually fix, then having a lot of money isn't going to do shit.
What can't money fix?
It's like, oh, I have cancer. Money can't fix that.
I mean,
it can make your life more comfortable.
Best treatments in the world cost a lot of money.
But at the end of the day,
yeah, I mean, it depends on the cancer, to be fair.
or it's like, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me.
Money could cure that.
Money, no, I think money could help,
Yes.
but I don't think it's fixing the problem.
I don't think it's buying happiness per se, but I think what it's doing is that it's expediting the process to make you happy once more.
Sure.
It's like, man, my girls broke up with me. I'm going to be sad for a couple months. Well, now I also have to go to work, so I can't really deal with, like, my sadness currently.
Right.
But if I'm rich, I'm like, oh, I'm really sad. I guess I'll play, like, 8 hours of Elden Ring today, and then I realize that there are harder things to deal with than a breakup.
Yeah.
Then I'll be fine.
Or you do the opposite and spiral terribly and realize I just played Elden Ring for 8 years.
8 years.
8 hours. Felt like 8 years.
But it's fine because
I have money.
you've money.
Right.
You've not lost anything. All the time you've lost, you can buy back. It's
You know, I have to say,
Mhm.
I can't really speak on, like, what money can and can't do because
True.
I've never been rich. So
true. No, that is.
you know what?
Yeah.
What do I know?
I'm with you. I'm only speculating what
Right,
I believe
exactly.
money can and can't buy me. But I'm assuming that with money, it'd be easier to live.
Yeah.
Just generally. Just
Be able to
generally.
just kind of do whatever you want. I feel
Kind
like
of, yeah.
the best combo would be, like, if you were a very artsy-fartsy person
Yes.
and you had lots of money.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, yes,
You just
yes,
be like,
yes.
great, I have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
I have no need or want for money. And I'm
To be
just good
fair,
to go.
that's true in, like, any creative industry.
Right.
If you're any kind of creative and you have money, you are on a faster track to
Oh, yeah.
either being successful or realizing it's not your bag and you want to do something else. Like, it's just
Or
it
you
speeds
pay
it up.
people to do the stuff you don't
Oh,
want to do.
no, honestly, yeah, no, true. If you had an idea that you wanted to, like, like, I don't know, draw a comic, and you were like, oh no, I have a great idea for a comic, but I have no like money to do it.
Right.
You can
can write.
You can write. I mean, you can do it. You can do the One Punch Man approach and just do it anyway, and just hope to God another better artist comes along and like fucking reworks the shit out of your comic.
Right.
Which is, I'm glad they did, because I've read the webcomic and it's dog shit. It's so bad.
It's drawn pretty fucking
so
bad. It's
bad.
like stick characters. Yeah.
If you've never seen the One Punch Man webcomics, look it up, guys. It is the most insane thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah, it's like that picture of like the horse. Like, here's a horse drawn in 5 hours.
Yes.
Here's one drawn in 5 minutes.
Yes. No, that's what it is.
One's just a perfect horse.
Yeah.
And the other one's just scribbles.
There's like a very good Twitter thread I saw. It's like a side-by-side comparison from like
Yeah, of all the
panels.
scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Panels from like,
it looks like a child drew it.
dude, it's like it's like a very it's like a
A very
child,
talented
very
child.
talented child, amazing storyteller, but
Yeah.
just dog shit artist. And I get it. I feel for him, but I get it. But yeah,
Yeah. It's like if you ask a novelist, like,
Yes.
now you have to draw your novel. It's like, oh fuck.
you're like, ah, shit, ah, jeez.
Imagine novel sales if the novelist had to draw their cover art on their book.
No, I would buy more books. No, literally.
Wow, this looks awesome. This is
would-
fucking garbage.
I would buy way more books. Yo, imagine like Lord of the Rings. No, apparently he was a good artist. Imagine like the Harry Potter series,
Yeah.
but like
Some of the Harry Potter series already have dog shit
dog
covers.
shit covers. You've got her trying to draw like the what's
Right.
the Phoenix one, Rise of the Phoenix, whatever. What's it
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
called?
Order
of the Phoenix. I was like, what is the Phoenix one? Yeah.
It's just like a fucking like chicken at a fucking restaurant. It's Order of the Phoenix.
It's like they've tried to get like the entire book covered in this Phoenix, like the entire cover, but
It's just like
the proportions are fucked.
it's like a Star Wars movie
Yeah.
poster.
I also want like a timer, like you got like 20 minutes to draw this Phoenix.
Draw the entire
have-
thing.
You have all these pencils. We've given you no sharpener. If you break your pencils, you're fucked.
Fucked.
And whatever's on the page, we're printing that. So
Oh,
there's
man.
no coloring layer, there's no shading. And in 20 minutes, we're gonna come back. We're gonna fucking snatch this art from underneath you, and that's going on your cover.
Even if it's not finished.
I don't give a shit. You burn the paper. That's what's we are going to glue it together.
What are you drawing on your novel cover first to make
First?
sure that it's there?
Bro, write the fucking title. Write
was gonna say,
write the
also,
fucking
the
title.
title needs to be the first thing you write down.
You know they're gonna fuck up. Like they're gonna be like 20 minutes, perfect time. They start drawing the front cover, and you're like, oh, that's time. It's like it's fine. I got a perfect Phoenix down. Good. Did you also get to the spine? The what? Did you write the back? The what? Did you fold out the paper? It folds. Can I have 12 minutes? No. That's time.
Order of the
Snatch
Phoenix.
it.
Just get halfway through Order of the P. And
Order of the
they
P.
steal it from you.
Yo, you had a new Harry Potter book? That Order
of the P.
Order of the P? It's fucking sick, bro. Turns out the P was a phoenix.
Harry
God.
Potter and the Chamber.
Harry Potter.
It's just Harry P.
You seen that new book, Harry P? It's fucking sick. The second one confused me. Which one was that? You know, Ha? Yeah, it was weird, man. Ha? You seen Ha? And the Temple of...
And the Temple of...
So fucking dumb. No, fuck. Oh my god, yeah. But no, money streamlines like really does streamline the creative industry. Moving topic. Okay, dude, very quickly because this week was ridiculous. I had my health check this week.
Oh, fun.
And
I had
it-
that one about this time last year.
It God, dude, I want to talk a little bit about like just the Japanese health industry, just how absolutely ridiculous it is. So those like yearly health check things, what are they for?
Honestly,
What are they for?
Yeah, so I never understood this because when you told me that you're like, oh, I'm going for my yearly checkup, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that sucks. You got to do it in Japan.
You got to
And
do
then
it.
and then I thought back, I'm like, I never did a single fucking health check anytime I worked anywhere else in Canada.
Nope.
Ever.
Never.
Not once.
Not once. Why are we doing this? Like, from what I understand is that you go into the yearly health check and they take like, so they like do your pressure, they like check your height and your weight, and they take like 20 vials of your blood.
Yeah.
Vampires.
Completely like, how much are you testing?
Bro, what are you testing? 'Cause I don't know what you're testing, but you're
Right, yeah,
taking
exactly.
20 vials of my blood. Like, relax, my guys. And I always get like lightheaded. So like this time around, I came in. There's a really nice old woman, and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna like, we used to do the blood pressure one where they're like checking your blood pressure.
Oh,
And mine was like, yeah.
Did they have a machine that you had to stick your arm in?
Yeah, that's what I had.
So like when I went to go get like my stomach surgery or whatever, when I had like ulcers or I don't know what the fuck I had.
Yeah.
But they made me do blood pressure. And I'm like,
why?
What does that have to do? What like
Why
you're not cutting me open.
No, but they want to they're gonna stack them bills, my guy.
Right? Yeah.
Listen, we gotta get
The
every
machine is free. You just press start.
Nah. Pressing that star button, that's Ichiman right there, my
Yeah.
dude. Not as bad as
all
America.
All the power it takes to plug it into a regular plug in the wall.
Doctor's sweating. He's like, oh, press this button real quick. Oof.
Yeah.
That's Ichiman right there. God damn.
I'll be back in 5 minutes when it's done.
It's like not even a minute long, but like you do.
No, it's not.
It's so quick. He's like, squeeze, we're done, and
Yeah.
they do it like 3 times. So the woman's like, oh, put your arm in up into your elbow, relax, and I'm like, I literally can't relax, and she's like, oh, what's wrong? And I'm like,
Never.
bro, there are people behind me getting 20 vials of blood drawn, and I have to do that next, and I am freaking the fuck out. I don't want 20 vials of my blood drawn. It's gonna make me lightheaded. I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna feel sick. I literally cannot calm down.
It's a lot of
It's
blood.
so much blood. I cannot calm down. So she does it once, and she's like, "Oh, it's pretty high," and I'm like, "Yeah," because I'm still freaking out. Like, fuck me. She's like, relax, do it again. So I'm like, okay, I gotta calm down. It's gonna fuck up my results. So I'm calming down, and it goes way down. You can see like the score like C, B, A.
Like your heartbeat, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. And it drops down to like from C to like B. And she's like, well up, I guess. It's like a better grade. And she's like, oh, it drops a lot. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm trying to calm down. And then
I'm not hyperventilating.
yeah, I'm trying to relax. And then she does it again, and it dropped a shit ton again. She's like, oh, it's gone from like C to like basically an A. And I'm like, yeah. And if you kept doing it, it would just keep dropping. And she's like,
it's because I'm basically unconscious.
I'm basically trying not to like pass out at this stage, dude. Like I'm trying to relax. I don't want to get my fucking blood drawn. I'm freaking the fuck out. So like she did that, and she's like, okay, we'll just take like the lowest score. And I'm like, yeah, would you? Yeah, would you do that for me? Thanks, man. So like that was cool. Like the best score.
For me, it gets real when they bring you into the room and they're like, okay, we're gonna start, and then they just like tie you off with the fucking like
yeah, the
surgical tube or whatever.
Woman just starts slapping to find that vein. She takes out the heroin. You're like, God damn, where am I?
Dude, I will never ever be able to be a fucking drug addict that
No.
uses needles because I'm like, nope,
No.
No, bad.
Inside my skin?
Yeah,
No.
no.
Find the vein.
I'm good.
Let's not. For those who've never done like a Japanese like weird health check thing, it is the most like light touch health check, but also like the most invasive thing you'll ever do in your entire life.
It's fucking weird.
It's
man.
weird, dude. The first thing was like the chest X-ray, and I had I always tried to be in a good mood.
Gotta
going
see
into
if
these
you have
things.
TB,
Bro. You gotta make sure.
the disease we've cured 50 plus years ago.
We have to check. Listen,
You never know.
what's more dangerous than TB? These yearly doses of radiation we're shooting into your fucking heart. That's what's more dangerous than TB. But listen, better safe than sorry. We're gonna make sure you're okay. Not from the radiation, fuck you, but from the TB.
You never know.
You never know. But it's a gamble you're willing to take.
Well, it's always funny too, because like they scan you and they're like, we're scanning for TB, and I'm like, if I had TB, I
Bro.
would definitely not be here. I would be like dying and coughing up
Literally,
blood.
I would know if I had TB. I've never had it, but if I suddenly had TB, I think I'd know.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking whooping cough. If I suddenly got the fucking whooping cough, I would
Yeah,
know.
like you cough so much,
You
your
die.
lungs turn to blood, and you choke on your own blood.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'd notice.
I'd know. I'd be like, yeah, oof. Feels like a bit of TB there.
Yeah.
Better go to the hospital, you know?
It's so weird
Stupid.
that that's like a thing they still screen for.
Oh, yeah. I was like as always, I was like the only, it was a really good internet. It was a really good, like health check place in Shinjuku though. In and out in like 30 minutes max. It was fucking sick. I mean, in and out in 30 minutes. But it was so good. It was so clean.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I remember when I got my blood taken, right?
Yeah.
And they like hook you up to like they like put a tube in, right? And then hook it up to the vial.
And they just start,
But like,
yeah.
No, it's just like it just runs.
Yeah.
The vial.
And they just go one after the other. They take one out, put the next
put
one
the
in.
next one in. But
Fuck
like,
me, dude.
it's just the weirdest thing watching it go through the tube and then
I
like
hate it.
shoot it in the vial. I'm like,
I can't watch it anymore.
look,
No.
it's like this is coming out of me. It's gross. I don't. Yeah.
I can't do it. It's like the first like tuberculosis screening X-ray thing. I had the funniest fucking doctor. I walk in, and the guy's like, so I've got like, you gotta piss in like a little tube. So I piss in this tube, and it's in like a little brown bag, and I put it on the side. doctor's like, you ready? Have you already pissed in that tube? I'm like, yeah, it's full of my piss. And he's like, you can just put it over there for a minute. I was like, cool. I was like, do I have to carry this? Yeah, you got to carry it until you get like to the other side of the hall. And then we're speaking Japanese, and he goes, and I go, yeah. And he's like, and he leans in a little closer. He goes, terribly sorry. This may be awfully rude, but can you speak Japanese? We've been speaking Japanese for like a minute and a half now. We've been
Maybe I should ask.
We've been shooting this shit in Japanese, and he just goes, oh, no, I'm terribly sorry. Don't mean to be rude at all, but the Nihongo, do you wakarimasu? And I look at him and I go, yeah, I wakarimasu. And he's like, nice, good job, bro. And I'm like, what was the point of that? What was the fucking point of that? We were literally speaking Japanese the entire time. I was like, what a fucking weirdo. And he's like, all right, hug the X-Men machine so we can like shoot you full of rays. I was like, thanks, boss man.
Well, I mean, that was the same when I got fucking checked on my fucking French.
Dude, you got French
check? I told the nurse, she's like, oh, I see you're from Canada. She's like, do you speak French? I'm like, a little bit.
Yeah.
And then she's immediately switches to like fluent French.
Bro.
Like, not that, like, I don't know where you think I live, but
you're like, listen, when you say a little bit, you mean a lot. When
You
I
mean
say a little bit, you
fluent.
mean fluent. You're like, oh, I speak a little French too. I spent 25 years in the Alps. And I'm like, yeah, you mean a lot.
right.
You mean a lot. When I mean a little bit, I'm not being coy.
I mean, like, je suis baguette. You
Wow.
know, like that's,
I also do like a good baguette. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's about it, right?
Bro, I've always found that for anyone who's coming to Japan, you should know this quickly. When Japanese people say not really, they mean they rock at that thing.
Yeah.
They're being modest. Like, one of my friends was like, years ago, like international student times, I'm talking about dance. And I was like, oh, do you dance? And she's like, a little bit.
Kind of.
A little bit. Sometimes, occasionally, you know, a little bit. I was like, oh, cool. We go to the club. She's tearing up the dance floor. I'm like, I'm sorry. You said a little bit. She's like, oh, I've been doing like hip hop dance since I was like 2. I was like, the fuck? Who are you lying to? Why are you lying to me? I thought we were friends, we were boys.
Yeah.
A little bit. Oh yeah, since I was 2, I've dabbled in hip hop dance and 20 other styles of like interpretive dance. And well, fuck you, because like I'm out here thinking that your little bit means a little bit. It never does.
Yeah.
It never does ever.
It's like I took a class once on a Tuesday.
That's my little bit.
Right.
That's my little bit. Like if I say like, if someone says to me like, do you speak Spanish? I'll go a little bit. Because like,
I've heard it before.
I'm like, yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is.
Conceptually, I understand Spanish.
I looked at a map once and I saw it there. I know what it is. I've understand the concepts. Like, I'm here for you. I can say hola. Sometimes I get it confused with bonjour. A little bit. And they're like, oh, me too. And they start shooting off like the best Spanish we've ever had outside of fucking Spain, bro. So be careful of that, guys. When people say a little bit, they mean a lot. Because I've seen people make the mistake of asking someone, do they speak English? And they go, oh, a little bit. And they're like, oh, she doesn't speak any English. I'm like, no. Her little bit means she spent like 5 semesters in Seattle or something. Like,
I actually wrote my doctoral thesis on
Yes.
English linguistics
Yes.
of, you know.
a little bit. I've only
sad.
a little bit. I've only done 3 degrees in like English linguistics, languages, and fucking philosophy. I'm not native. I'm only fluent. I'm not
crazy.
native. I mean, calm down.
My Nobel Prize is in the fucking mail.
Relax. I only have 1 Nobel Prize for my breakthrough research in linguistics and English. Only 1.
Right.
My senpai has 4. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little. That's literally a little bit. Fucking freaks me out, bro. God damn, dude.
New York Times bestseller? Only once.
Only once. And I don't think I deserved it.
Right. Yeah.
God, I love Japan, dude. So ridiculous. But so when I got to the blood taking part of it, I was like, Yasashi Oba-chan, could I lie the fuck down as you drain out 3 cubic tons of my blood? Because I'm gonna pass the fuck out and feel really sick. And she's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, it better be, because I'm gonna die if I can't do this. So I'm lying down, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna like jab you with the needle now, and I'm like, yep, that hurts. And then she's like, I can feel my blood draining. It's uncomfortable. I feel sick to my stomach.
Right.
She's finished like draining like 10 liters of my blood, and she's like, all right, gonna pull the needle out now. And I'm like, wish you just did it, because now I'm hyper aware that the needle's about to come out. And then it pulls out, and I swear to God, I felt every fucking cubic inch of that needle leave my arm. And I was like, this is the worst day of my life. But it was over.
The thing that I don't get, right? They're like, don't eat for 12 hours before you go.
But I'm hungry.
So you're already like,
yes.
I'm so fucking hungry. Like,
yes.
I have no blood sugar. Like, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then it's like, now we're gonna drain you.
And I'm like, but I'm tired. I don't want to be drained right now.
Right.
Dude, honestly, that's the worst part of it. And then afterwards, I'm like, what do I eat now? Because I need to like replenish all the blood I've lost. Better chow down on some fucking liver or something.
I think all health clinics are run by vampires. Nobody needs that much blood.
I said this before. I
Nobody
agree.
needs that much blood.
No, I agree. What tests are you doing?
Right.
Because I asked her, I was like, wow, it's a lot of blood. What tests are you doing? She went, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, but
what are you doing laughing at me?
Maybe I'm not a scientist, but I don't think you actually need that much blood to run a test.
No.
I guess you have to put it in like a centrifuge and like split the plasma and do all this other horse shit.
I mean, maybe. Listen.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Maybe. Listen, my name ain't Peter Parker. I'm not somewhat of a scientist myself. I don't know how to do all this science nonsense, bro.
That was
I know.
Dad.
But I can't say I'm not Harry Osborn. I'm not someone of a scientist myself.
Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn, that was it. Someone of a scientist myself. Yeah, so like I don't know what they're doing with the blood, but it's definitely too much.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for people who are coming to Japan and they don't realize that this health check is like a yearly thing and how like
I mean, just the health check in general is too much.
And how they like light touch but invasive it is. Good luck, boys.
So it should be like, are you dead? Check yes or no.
So here's my
if no, okay.
What do you do? So this is the thing, like, so after you do the health check, you get the results back.
Yeah.
And then like no matter what your score is, like nothing really changes, right? Like
right. So here's the thing I don't understand, right?
Yeah.
So you take this information that's been run through tests and other doctors and lab techs, and you give it to who? Some fucking dipshit in accounting. He's not a fucking doctor. He doesn't know how to read that form. Just goes, looks good to me.
Looks
and then that's
fine.
it.
The most invasive part is like the blood test part of it, I would say, and also like taking my fucking piss. But then outside of that, you go to like this final like doctor check thing. It's like the funniest thing. Doctor just goes, how you been this year? And you go, pretty good. And they go, any major injuries? Like, no. You felt any symptoms? What type? I'll take that as a no. And you're just literally, it's like the most shallow questions ever. I think I said to him like, I was like,
tingling in your balls.
Yeah.
Lately?
Any tingling balls?
Okay.
No.
Don't think I have.
I don't think I have. Excellent.
Right.
Or reversely, I think I have. Excellent. Like nothing changes. Like it's not a consultation. It's like 3 to 5 questions, and then he goes, all right.
Well, you're still breathing. Good enough for me.
Looks like you're alive still. I'll put you down as a B. Get out of here, scamp. Literally.
I can't go any higher.
No, I don't get out. B.
Listen.
It's my fan offer. I gotta call in my expert on ball tingling.
Right.
To get you an offer on these balls.
You're a human, but only just so.
If I punch you in the face, does this hurt? You just punch you in the face. Yeah, it hurts. Looks like you're still alive, Chief.
Yeah.
I'll put you down to the C+.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It is. Because then once your like results come out, doesn't your company get like a copy or something? So your company gets a copy, you get a copy.
Yeah, I mean, for you, it's kind of useless because you're like, not dead.
Not
Weird.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't need a fucking doctor to tell me that.
I think you get like,
and then your company does
nothing.
Exactly,
No,
does
nothing.
What?
Because you get I think on my form it was like, hey, you should like, you're pretty healthy, keep it up, but also like drink more water. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And they were like,
That's
if you
the best advice you've given me this whole
literally
time.
that was it. Like in like a month time, I'm gonna get another month, like a week, 2 weeks. I'm gonna get another like result thing. It's gonna be like, good job, you made it another year. Which is, I mean, a metaphor for me. Good job, Jordan. Drink more water.
Yeah, but health wasn't the issue.
Nope. Drink more water. Be careful about your liver and stomach and stuff like that. Don't do any drugs. See you in the next one. And that's it. We're done. Like it's. So I don't get it. I don't think I ever will get it. But at the same time, I'm just gonna keep going because I have to go because Japan makes me do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, granted, I guess they give you time off to go do it.
I do like. I do like.
So
the
that's
time off.
okay.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you have, so I'm kind of like either way with the whole like yearly health check thing. What I don't like, okay, because talking about the Japanese healthcare system, what I don't like is there's this thing I've been reading about recently for a long time now, where like you'll have an emergency on the weekend or a weekday. You'll be like, oh no, I'm dying of the rare, tuberculosis. Turns out I got TB. Fucking sucks. Called the I'm like, hey, ambulance boys. Looks like I got a small case of the TB. Take me to a hospital, and they'll go, can do, but they can't. Because hospitals can turn you down. They can refuse you at the door.
Yeah.
You heard about this shit?
Yeah. There's like there was like someone who died.
Yeah, in an ambulance
recently, because they were going to a hospital and they're like, oh, this person doesn't have COVID, but everyone in the hospital has COVID.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna admit them because if they came in, they'd get COVID and die.
Yeah.
So then the ambulance is like, well, guess we'll just dump you in the parking lot. We took you to the hospital.
What the fuck,
And the person's like, hello, my leg is snapped in 3 places. I think it was something like that. Like their fucking like femur was broken or something. And they're like, well, we did our job.
Fuck, dude. Oof. I think the worst one I heard was that someone like cut themselves pretty badly and they were like holding their arm, called the ambulance.
Jesus Christ.
What? Yeah. Ambulance comes and then they're like, get me to a fucking hospital.
Yeah.
So like they're rushed to a hospital. Hospital's like, our A&E is closed. What do you mean? Thank you.
You can't close the hospital.
What do you mean your A&E is? What do you mean it's closed? What the fuck you? Whoa! Sorry.
We only take injuries from 9 to 6 p.m.
Literally, they're like, an emergency on a national holiday on the Emperor's birthday. Nope. We don't take no new patients today. And it's like, that's not how this works. But apparently it is. So the dude is like in the ambulance. One guy's like driving around and the other guy's like calling hospitals being like,
where
hey,
can we take this guy?
Do you accept A&E? And apparently he was like living in, I want to say Saitama or like the outskirts of Tokyo. And they drove him like all the way to like Kanagawa.
Oh my God.
Because that was like the only hospital that had like space basically.
Well, at least the healthcare is going to cover that ambulance ride.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, dude, I'd be whining the entire way. I'd be in the worst mood the whole way. Because how can you put me in an ambulance and go, well, we're going to drive you all the way to fucking like Kanagawa?
Yeah, we'll figure out where to dump you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It could be an entirely other prefecture, but you'll get to a hospital.
We'll get you there. At least it's Kanagawa, you can like zoom back up pretty easily.
Yeah.
But imagine they were like, oh man, you got injured on the worst day. It's fucking penis inspection day in Japan. Oh man, every hospital we fucking booked out. Everyone's getting their dick looked at. We gotta take you to fucking Gunma. How am I getting home from Gunma? The fuck are we doing now? Because like you're on your own. Yeah. Like absolutely fucking incredibly bad. So like I saw a lot of like people on Twitter recently being like, oh my god, Japanese healthcare is so good. It's delicious. And I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. And if you're an American, it's more than fine. It's fucking fantastic. Of course it is, because like you're an American, your healthcare is absolute dog shit. But if you're in an emergency situation, know that that doesn't mean you can be like admitted into a hospital in Japan, which is like one of the most like terrifying things I can like think of living in Japan. So I'm generally kind of scared to like get into an accident, just because I know you could be in a situation where they're like, hospitals are closed. You're gonna have to gumbaru by yourself. You know? Have you heard of this? That doesn't exist in Canada, does it? Like in Canada, there's not like a. Yeah, I thought so.
Nope.
Yeah, same in the UK. American listeners, does this exist in America? I would have generally like to know. I doubt it. I really doubt it. America has different problems, but
you just don't call the ambulance.
You
just
no.
Hope you're okay.
Have you heard? Fuck me. This was like the most insane thing I've heard in my entire fucking life. People whining. Sorry, I should say whining. People were complaining about how expensive ambulances were. Rightfully so in America. They were like, why is it costing me like $300 to ride in this ambulance for like 10 minutes to go to the hospital? And some fucking genius commented. They were like, well, of course it should cost money. What do you think an ambulance is? A taxi that only goes to the hospital? Isn't that what an ambulance is? Isn't that exactly what an ambulance is? How can you describe what an ambulance is?
What do you think a fire truck is? A hose that only goes to fires?
Does it only go to fires? What if I'm just a little bit thirsty? What if I'm a little parched? The fuck? Like,
just need a little
from the hose. Like, come on. Like, what's wrong with you? Share the wealth. But yeah, that was like a comment about like ambulances. I suppose the funniest fucking thing. Like, yeah, how out of touch are you? That's what an ambulance literally is.
That literally is what an ambulance is. A taxi that only goes to the hospital.
So fucking stupid. But no, I've been thinking a lot about healthcare this week just because of my My weird health check. So I'm drinking out of my giant G Fuel metal container, not sponsored by G Fuel. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. You good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Have you heard about... I have a lot of random topics to discuss this middle week. Have you heard about PalWorld?
I've been playing it.
Shut the fuck up. Okay.
So, what do you want to know?
Okay. Do you want to read? Because this was like the...
You got questions? I got answers.
This is one of the main things I want to talk about this week. So, PalWorld. David, question one.
Yes.
I watched Donkey's video on PalWorld.
Mm-hmm.
And from it, Video Game Donkey. And from his video, it looks like hot trash.
I mean, Donkey has shit opinions, in my opinion, so I don't really trust anything that he says.
Continue.
But it's not shit.
It's pretty good.
It's like surprisingly for here's
PalWorld gang. Let's go.
Here's the thing, right? Games release in early access all the fucking time.
Indeed.
And typically games that release in early access are broken as all fuck.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Wait, is PalWorld still early access?
Yes.
Makes sense.
It's not a 1.0 release at all.
No?
So it's early access. So
Continue.
that being said, it runs better than some like triple A we release this games, right? I get like 90 frames a second. I'm running it on ultra. It runs perfectly fine. The only thing that's kind of jank is like some of the AI is kind of goofy. Like
I was
get stuck on stuff or whatever. But like
once again, early access.
It's early access. It'll get patched. 90% of the time, it works perfectly fine. So for people to be like, oh, it's fucking broken. It doesn't do this thing right. It's like,
yeah, of course.
Okay,
early access. Yeah.
Are we gonna make this comparison? Because
we have to.
You look at the way that Scarlet and Violet released.
Here we go.
That game doesn't hit 60 frames a second.
It's dog shit, honestly.
And it's on the same fucking console as goddamn Tears of the Kingdom.
Here we go.
It looks like dog shit.
Here we
the
go.
textures are fucking garbage. It runs like shit. It crashed all the time.
Yep.
There is a fucking memory leak in a AAA game that you released for $70 fucking dollars. Some of the models would flip out for no fucking reason.
Have you seen there's one? I think it's called the teleporting Geo dude.
Yeah.
Where, like, it would just go, my people need me. Or just like float into nowhere. It's so good.
So it's like, at that point, you don't really have. It's so like people who are just like Nintendo man babies who are like, I need to defend Nintendo's honor.
Oh, I saw that a lot. Yeah, everyone's
like,
being like,
dude, what the like. Nintendo and the Pokemon company make billions of fucking dollars, and they cannot release a game that's not fucking broken.
This is my my understanding of the current conversation going on with PalWorld. It basically went, they released like this Pokemon clone, and people are mad about it because like they were saying that the creatures, the pals, I think they're called. The powers were like rip-offs of like the Pokemon characters, and they were like they were designed with AI and
So here's the thing, that's been disproven.
I've seen that, yeah.
And the guy who made that claim literally said, "Yeah, I made it up."
Legend. What's
your fucking source? I made it the
what a
fuck
fucking
up.
shit stirrer.
So
That's
and he's
so
like,
funny.
I did it because PalWorld glorifies what is it like?
Slavery?
No, glorifies like cruelty to animals. I'm like,
what are you, Peter?
I'm like, what do you think you do in Pokemon? You literally have cockfights. It's basically cockfighting.
Yeah.
So like,
it's cockfighting the game.
Yes, exactly. And it's been that for like 20 fucking years. Like, you cannot have that kind of like comparison and be so like intellectually dishonest. It's fucking stupid.
What a fucking idiot.
It's so dumb. Just because everything outside of the battling part, everyone's like, Pokemon are our friends. We never hurt them. Ever, ever, ever.
I mean, we don't, but like...
There's literally episodes of the Pokemon anime where they shoot fucking Tauros with guns.
Oh, yeah, it's in the way. Yeah.
That episode got banned in America because you can't show people shooting Pokemon, I guess.
I mean, there was one episode where everyone fucking seized out as well. So I guess,
Right, yeah.
I guess
So,
we'll call it a tie.
it's so fucking stupid. The comparisons is not, if you want to make a comparison and be like, yeah, PalWorld stole like a lot of design concepts from Pokemon as far as like the actual pals themselves.
Yeah.
Fine. Did they steal models? That
No.
might be up in the air. Like, I don't know, because now people will be like, yeah, well, I modified the models to look like this thing. Like, so now it's like, okay, well, now what is the truth? Did they or did they not? Because now you're spreading fake information and people have proved that it's fake.
Yeah.
So who knows, right? If they did, that's fucking no bueno.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah, I think one of the most interesting things that come out of the whole PalWorld Nintendo Pokemon like conversation is that, so you have like this AAA game studio and they're making dog shit like what's the Scarlet and
Violet.
Yeah, Scarlet and Violet. Like that is the game you've released. You've released like a lazy dog shit game. This other company's gone, we're just gonna release like this meme game. Like it's kind of bants. We're gonna have fun making it. It's gonna be like a fun little like meme on Pokemon or whatever they want to do.
Sure.
And they've released that. And everyone's gone, wait, what? This is so much better.
Well, it's people. I've seen multiple people be like, "This is the Pokemon game I've wanted them to make for 20 years."
Yes,
and they just haven't done that.
Yes,
because they've been completely okay with making the same thing over and over again.
The closest we got to like PalWorld was World, because that's what I wanted from a Pokemon game. I wanted to run around,
go out into the wild.
I'm seeing Pokemon, and I'm like, God damn, it's a fucking Jigglypuff.
Right.
I'm gonna throw these balls at it. Like, it was a fucking sick game. I spent so much time in the wild area. I was over leveled when I eventually started like doing like the gyms and stuff. I was like, oh, I'm like one-shotting everything in my path now, because that's the game I wanted. Whenever I go back to the game, which is very rare nowadays, but if I ever like turn it on again, I just spend all the time in the wide area. I'm like, cool, there's raids to do, and do all this fun stuff. Then I'm done. Yeah. That's it.
I mean, there's things that you can criticize about the game, of course. Like, I'm not saying that you can't do that, because if something is bad, you should be able to criticize it,
of course,
without being called X, Y, and Z. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, if you have if there's a legitimate complaint about the game, you shouldn't criticize it, and then people be like, oh, fucking Nintendo man, baby. Right? Like, why are you defending Pokemon? But at the same time, a lot of the criticism seems very like, it's very like vapid, and feels like people are going at it from the stance of, I need to defend Nintendo because Pokemon is my favorite game.
I don't like when people are doing things like defending these multi-billion-dollar companies.
And here's the thing.
They don't need defending. They have lawyers.
PalWorld was announced 3 fucking years ago.
Oh, yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Like, if Nintendo didn't care 3 years ago, and every subsequent year from that 3 years, why do people being like, Nintendo, you should sue them for... Nintendo knows.
They know.
And if they haven't known, they know now, and they still haven't done shit about it.
The interesting thing about like the whole PalWorld and Nintendo comparison is that people are wasting so much time trying to discuss, like, is it copyright?
Right.
Were the models stolen? It was AI art used to create the things. Oh my god. But what about guns and Pokemon slavery? Bad. You can capture people. That's slavery. That's not good. It's okay, guys. Take down a minute. Let's really think about the core problem here.
Yeah, Dan, I've seen the Nintendo statement about it, but like, I don't think anything's gonna come.
Oh, no. Let's think about the core problem of these two games is that one is a AAA studio making what is basically like billions of dollars,
like, billions,
making like dog shit, low quality, terrible games. Sorry, it is what it is. And
the other one is 5 people.
5 people.
One of them, the story of the one guy, who did like all of the like programming stuff for like the shooting and like the third person stuff.
Yeah.
He was working at it. He was like working part-time at a convenience store.
Fucking legend.
Dude just like the other dude just happened to go to, and he's like, hey, do you know how to like do this stuff? And he's like, well, I can learn.
Oh, hell yeah.
And, hey, look, he fucking learned.
Simple.
And the game sold 8 million copies in 6 days.
And that's the thing. If these 5 guys are making a better game than like the last
entire studio,
2-3 releases of Pokemon, what the fuck are you guys doing? Clearly, it can be done.
Yeah.
Have you seen the meme where it's like the scene from Iron Man 1 where the scientist is like, I can't do it. It's impossible. And he's like, Tony Stark did this in a cave with a bunch of scraps. Like, that's what this is. Yeah. Like, He literally, they've literally, these 5 guys have made this crazy, insane looking game.
I love
nothing.
There's a picture. It's like it shows PalWorld. It says every masterpiece has its imitators. And then the bottom picture is Scarlet and Violet of like the model flipping out. Gets me every time.
I fucking see
Fucking
that
makes me laugh.
shit.
The fact that it made the fact like here's
I get fucked.
here's my perspective on it, right? At the end of the day, whether they did some kind of heinous bullshit, they should be punished for that if that's true. If it's not true, at the end of the day, Nintendo has to look at this and go like, what the fuck are we doing?
Exactly. No, exactly that. You've spent billions of dollars and you've made a bullshit, low light, terrible game for a console that can clearly do pretty good. Like,
because like if I'm the dude at Nintendo, if I'm Junichi Matsuda or whoever's doing it now, and I look at that and I'm like, okay, 5 guys made a game that sold 8 million copies in their fucking basement. Why is as a company we're paying all of these artists and all of these people to do what 5 dudes in a fucking basement could do? I'm like,
we're getting ripped off somewhere.
We're
getting ripped off somewhere.
Who do I need to stop paying?
No, legitly. No, 100%. If I'm Big Man's CEO and I'm like, these 5 guys made a brighter, better game than we've made in the last like 5-10 years, what the fuck? What have we been doing? Like, if you're in a normal company, like a basic company, and you've been working there for 10 years and your job is like, I don't know, production or whatever, like any production company.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I need a staff of like 20 people to do this thing. And you're like, working away and everything you're pumping out is like mid. And this new one guy comes in, he's doing the job of your entire staff. You're like, wait.
What am I paying you bozos
Yeah, what
for?
the fuck? What's going on here? Like, I don't know what's going to change Nintendo, but hopefully something does change. Because like I do enjoy Pokemon. It's a fun franchise, but I can't buy another game after Pokemon Shield because it's basically the same game every time. And I'm done. I'm bored of it. And I don't know the new Pokemon. The nostalgic quality is dead for me. Like, it's not there anymore. Like, I don't care. Like,
Right.
I just don't care.
Like, okay, within like the first 5 hours of PalWorld, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing the game and I see like a fucking like a dog pal, right?
Yeah.
And I catch it and I'm like, cool, it's a dog pal, like whatever, that's great.
Nice, yeah.
But I immediately it's like, oh, okay, this dog is good at fighting, but also if you build this saddle, you can ride the dog.
Sick.
I'm like,
Sick.
wow, okay. So my question is, why is that not in every Pokemon game?
Here we go.
Why can I not ride other like they put that shit in Scarlet and Violet?
Yep.
But
You can only ride that one
they
thing, right?
tied it into like the special Pokemon for that thing.
Dog shit.
There's multiple pals you can just ride.
There we go.
And it's like, okay, cool.
That's all I want.
And then another interesting thing that they've done is like when you catch a pal, it has like it can have inherently positive and negative like stats, or like not stats, but they're like skills or quirks or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like there's ones that like the runner quirk is like, oh, this pal runs 25% faster. Now,
cool.
In combat, that's not really that important because typically an enemy and your guy will like meet somewhere in the middle. But if it's a pal you can ride, suddenly it's running 25% faster.
Ooh.
And then you bring in the whole like breeding side of it, where if you combine ones that are the same, they can pass down specific traits to other ones. So you can make like a super like, oh, this one has running and this one has swiftness, which is 30% increase in movement speed. And
there we go.
25% increase in movement speed. Now I have both of them. Now I'm up to 50% increase. Right? Like there's so many like systems in the background. There's like the whole building of like a town. You get your bases.
I've heard that.
Raided.
It's fucking cool. Yeah.
Like there's so much more to this game than just the Pokemon with guns aspect, right?
Yes.
Like it's actually, honestly, it's not really all that much. It's mostly a survival game.
I've seen that, yeah.
So it's really weird that people are getting like super hung up on, oh, the pals and what, like, honestly, if you just change them into like really more generic shit, it wouldn't really matter that much.
No, exactly. I think it would be as popular if instead of like pals or like instead of them looking Pokemon-ish, they were looking like, I don't know, real world animal with like a little bit of like I don't know. This one has
So
fire
Digimon.
attributes. Yeah, Digimon.
So Digimon.
So Digimon. Yeah. Digimon. If
But
they'll-
I mean, like,
yeah.
again, like, if you're gonna make the claim like, these look like rip-off Pokemon, it's like, I guess.
But like, exactly.
Then it's like, then what are Digimon, right?
If not rip-off Pokemon,
What
what are the
and
monsters
Digimon came
in?
first, so
That's true.
there you go.
What
But,
are the
like,
monsters in Dragon Quest? If not
Dragon
rip-off
Quest,
Digimon or
How
whatever.
about
Pokemon.
Monster Rancher?
There we go.
Right? Like, it's very weird, but like, one of the base like monsters is like a lamb thing with like legs and stuff. And
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is a ripoff of Wooloo. I'm like,
Wooloo's it's just
I
a
mean,
sheep.
it's just a sheep.
It's just a
Like
sheep,
Nintendo,
my dude.
Nintendo can't copyright a sheep.
It's just a sheep. If anything, we should be looking at Nintendo being like, Nintendo, come on. It's just a sheep. It's like the Pokemon that's just a teacup and evolves into a teapot.
A teapot. Okay.
So what, you're going to be in fucking afternoon tea in the UK being like, oh, it's the ripoff of Pokemon. Oh, it's the fucking ripoff this is.
Or like, it's like the Pokemon looks like a penguin. It's like, you don't own penguins as a concept.
It's
like,
just
you
a penguin.
Like,
The thing is, like, with the Emporion or whatever it's called, like, it transforms like the Emperor Penguin.
yeah.
As a base idea, it's not even that adventurous. There's no imagination there. What's going to be the water or ice Pokemon? Penguin. Really? Okay, what are its attributes? Ice. Okay, what else? Water. We done here?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're going to do. Penguin, ice, water.
I mean, like 90% of them are based off animals, right?
Yeah.
So by that same token, what the fuck is wrong with the pals if they're also based off animals? Like,
There we
you've done
go.
the exact same shit.
There we go.
Again, like I said, if there is evidence that they directly stole or sampled Nintendo's models,
Then
there's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But if that is not proven, then like you're just whining for because now suddenly something came and ate Pokemon's lunch. Like, the reason I call people Nintendo man babies is because like Nintendo doesn't need defending by you. And I don't understand people who make something like a core part of their personality.
It is very strange.
It's super weird. Like, I'm the Pokemon guy, like that, and that's like, and I base my personal self-worth off if Pokemon is doing well or not.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's the same thing with like that or Star Wars or like what? Yeah, it's the exact same shit.
Agreed.
I literally do not get those kind of people. I'm like, is your life like so just devoid of any
joy.
kind of like joy that you're like,
Yeah.
I need if thing I like is not doing good, that means I'm also a bad person because I like thing.
True.
It's like, what the fuck?
Apparently, someone modded PalWorld to make your character Ash
and
Ketchum,
Pokemon, yeah.
and then all the Pokemon. So
But Nintendo actually did come after him because
Yes.
again, that's literally actually taking their
Yes,
stuff. So,
yes.
Okay.
So
that
I
makes
think
sense.
looking at that, I think PalWorld is going to be completely safe. I don't think there is anything that PalWorld has done that steps over the line of like a what's the word of copyright infringement.
Yeah.
I think PalWorld's fine. I think they'll be perfectly okay.
And
they,
like
they tread the line. They took some nibbles of Nintendo's lunch, but it's perfectly okay. The sandwich is intact. The juice box hasn't even been touched.
and here's the thing, right? Both Nintendo and I forget what the company's name that makes PalWorld.
Not Game Freak.
What is no? I didn't know.
That's the other one.
Game Freak makes Pokemon. I'm talking about who makes PalWorld.
Who makes?
It's like second. No, I'm thinking that's Marvel.
Hold on. Oh, look.
Something Pocket. Pocket Pair.
Pocket Pair. Pocket Pair.
Pocket Pair.
Yes, Pocket Pair.
So if Pocket Pair is, now I've lost my train of thought. Pocket Pair and Nintendo are both Japanese-based companies.
They are.
Like I said, it's been 3 years. Both of them have known. They don't have to do some like weird extraditing of like people and sue them in a different. Like they could sue them in Japan for defamation or theft or whatever, and they haven't done shit. And if you're gonna tell me that like
You can't.
Nintendo didn't know about this game,
They did.
like you are being so delusional.
If I'm in Japan, if I'm Japan based and I'm making anything with even a slight resemblance to Pokemon, I'm telling Nintendo, I'm like, oh Nintendo, listen, we're making this game. It looks similar. It's not. It's similar, but it's not the same.
Right.
It's similar, but it's not. We're not copying you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, chill. I'm telling them ahead of time because I know like litigious like Japanese companies are. I know firsthand they're wild.
Right.
So like you tell them like before anything, which they did. They were like,
yeah.
"Hey, we're making this game.
Dude,
chill."
Nintendo is like notoriously litigious.
Wow, dude, they love suing. Like legitimately, it's insane.
Cease and desist
Constantly
up the ass.
up the fucking
So the fact
wazoo.
that there is nothing, just radio silence on
There
that
we
end
go.
already tells me that they can't do shit.
Do you know what I found really weird about this entire situation? So, what's the game? Elden Ring. Elden Ring, or like the Pinocchio game, the one that you were playing.
Yeah.
Like all those types of games have very similar
Styles,
yeah.
right?
And they're called like what, Souls like.
Souls likes, yeah.
What was the first one? The first one was Dark Souls, right?
Mm-hmm. Dark Souls.
So we start with Dark Souls, great game, everyone loves it, hard game, difficult game, and we just keep progressing. There's more Dark Souls games, then it branches out. There's other ones. There's Neo 2. That's like basically Dark Souls, but Japan. Then it's like the Samurai one. There's Ghost of Tsushima. It's like
Ghost of Tsushima is more like Assassin's Creed.
It's more like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I've not played it, so I don't know. I should download it. Remember to self-download the game.
You're talking like stuff like Lords of the Fallen.
There we go,
and,
yes.
And other stuff like that. Yeah.
And the entire community is like,
Cool, another one.
Another one?
Great.
Fucking go. Let's just do this, boys.
Oh, they made a game like Monster Hunter? I like Monster Hunter.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Yes, bro. I fucking love Monster Hunter. You make a game like Monster Hunter, I'm playing that game. Why? Because it's like Monster Hunter. More studios making more games similar to the games you like is a good thing. Because it means like people making like, who makes Game Freak? I'm so bad at studio names. Who makes Elden Ring and stuff like? Who makes Elden Ring?
Oh, From Software.
Firm Software. Thank you. It's like Firm Software. No, they're like, yo, people, other studios are making like Souls
They're
like
taking
games.
our ideas
Yeah.
and making similar type games, right?
We can't. We are the OGs. We cannot fall behind. So we're gonna make Elden Ring. We're gonna make like. They're making an update for Elden Ring. It's coming out soon, bro. The DLC is coming out February 1st.
I think like information is coming out. I don't think.
I'll take that. I'll take the information. I'll take it. Like, but those updates, it keeps like the company on their toes. It keeps it fresh, and everyone's like, great, good ideas coming out. We're happy. We're gonna stay ahead of the curve. Everyone's battling to take the next big game. It's great.
Yeah.
Everyone wins. The consumer wins because we're like, great game. The company wins because everyone's buying their great game. It's great. Then when you have like the Pokemon game, like, and games like it, there aren't many games like it because of how litigious Nintendo is and how hard it is to make a similar game because they're gonna be writing about. Like, think about what other Pokemon games are there?
Think like
There's none.
there's Digimon,
Digimon,
but like those
very different
games
concept. Nope.
but they don't sell nearly as much as Pokemon.
Because the games
does.
don't bang as well. They're not good. Like,
There's
sorry,
Monster
Digimon.
Rancher. I love fucking Monster
game.
Rancher,
Good
but
game.
like again, those games don't fucking sell.
Nope.
Like, what else? Like, I literally
nothing.
cannot think of
Chat.
another game similar to
Any
Pokemon.
game similar to Pokemon.
I'm like 100% sure
There's
there
none.
are, and I know that there are because I'm making a YouTube video about it. But
Let's go.
that being said,
Good man.
most of those games came out when Pokemon was like young, right?
Yeah,
like, this is
Pokemon Red,
late
Blue.
90s, early 2000s, right? Most of those games like PlayStation-ish, like PlayStation 2 and before eras,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
There's not been really anything like, I think the closest thing that's come out recently that is like 1-to-1, like I would be like, this is basically, like I would describe it as this is Pokemon, but from a different company, is a game called Temtem.
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 And it is like, it's two dudes in a square fighting with the Pokemans. Like,
Oh, I see. Oh, that's
it's,
fucking
like
sick.
almost identical.
I've seen this game.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's really
Awful
good.
fucking name.
Apparently, it's really good though.
Yeah,
I've heard it's pretty decent.
good. It's polished, and it's exactly like Pokemon. But again, like they're not. I think the thing that most people are like kind of up in arms about is, did they steal models or not? And at this point, we don't know. And if they did, let's just explore this idea, right?
Go on. Okay.
They stole models. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you have to do to rectify that situation? Make new models.
Yep.
Okay.
Done. Easy.
Nintendo sues you. Oh no. Like, how much could they
Realistically.
realistically, how much could they sue you for? Probably millions.
Yeah.
How much did you just make? Well, let's do some math here. You sold 8 million copies at $30 a pop.
God damn.
So let's just do some quick calculator math.
Wait, 8
here.
million?
8 million copies times
8 million
30
times 30
is $240 million.
Jesus fucking no, we're fine. We'll be okay.
So, like,
We'll be good.
at this point, even if Nintendo sues you, they're not going to get $240 million. And that's $240 million split between 5 dudes in a basement.
We're gonna be okay.
You'll probably be all right.
We're gonna be just okay. We're gonna be
And
fine.
I don't think there's no prison sentences for copyright.
No, it's not. The thing is, what's funny is that so right now in like the whole Pokemon man-child community. Sorry, boss, but in the Pokemon man-child community
You're not wrong.
I know.
But
And the gamer community, like this game is like blowing up a bit because of like it's Pokemon with guns, ha, and then secondly because like the controversy. But if I talk to like my friends back home who don't really play games, who used to play Pokemon or whatever and don't play games anymore, aren't looking in the space, and I go, "You heard about PalWorld?" They go, "No, what's that?"
Yeah,
Because they don't know yet. But if Nintendo's like, we're gonna sue you for making a Pokemon clone, grrr, and even if the lawsuit doesn't pan out, just them saying that, a big AAA company suing 5 guys for making like a better game, it stinks of fucking haterade.
To say it's better is
No,
weird.
sorry, better. I would say a more interesting concept.
Right? Yeah,
I should say, yeah.
Pokemon's like we're on like what the 8th gen, 9th gen. It's derivative at this point.
Exactly, yeah.
Again, it's like this is the company that's still releasing 2 versions of the same game, and the only difference is this one has 5 different Pokemon than the other one, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
The fact that they still can like fucking 20, 30 years later are still double dipping on that fucking horseshit. Like that was novel 20 years ago.
20 years ago, that was crazy. It was like, wow, I have red and you have blue, and the only way I can get this Pokemon is we gotta get this link cable and trade up.
Oh, we have the internet, and I can search for any Pokemon and trade for any Pokemon at any time I want.
This is dumb now.
It's not fucking necessary.
No, we can move on from this. Make one game, release it, stop fucking around. Like, it's cool. Like, you long it out for man. But my point is like, you're gonna get yourself into like a Barbra Streisand effect situation where the more you yell about this game being bad and suing, the more people can go,
I should check this out to see what all the hubbub is about, right?
As people know who listen to this podcast, I'm really good at playing games. I'm bad at completing games. I'm bad at buying new games. I'm bad at everything around games, especially like news about games. And I saw one clip about PalWorld, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I moved on with my life, never to think about it again. This is recently, because they were saying you were saying that like a couple years ago. They were saying like, hey, we're gonna release this game called PalWorld. I've heard nothing about it because I don't follow. Yeah,
like there's like trailers out for it, but like they announced the game 3 years ago. Like it's been out there.
I don't know. I don't follow this stuff, and the only reason I eventually caught up to it is because you have people making like little like videos about it, and I'm going, and I don't care. But then we had Twitter controversy and people being like, it's just a clone of Pokemon. I stand Pikachu. How dare you?
And it's funny because like if you play the game for longer than 10 minutes, you realize it is not a clone of Pokemon.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's the point.
It's more like Valheim or Rust or Ark.
I do like
with
Rust.
Monsters.
I do like Rust.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So even then, like I think Nintendo would have a difficult time arguing that this game is similar enough to Pokemon, where it's like, can you build stuff in Pokemon? No. Is Pokemon open world?
No. Can you please point out the similarities between the two games? Oh, that.
Do you gather resources in Pokemon? No.
Do Pokeballs count?
Do you build bases? No.
No.
Do you get raided by dudes and have to fight them off? No.
Are there guns?
Are there world bosses?
No.
Maybe there is in Scarlet and Violet. But
is there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But like, once you take longer than a cursory look, you'd probably be like, yeah, okay, I see why this didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Why they can't really do anything about the current sort of
It's more, I think, like on their end, if they could get them for anything, it's on did they
the models,
use our assets, and if they did, then change the assets, right? Like the people who are making PalWorld right now are, I would assume, inherent, like extremely aware.
Oh yeah,
of what's being said about the models, and if they know, like, oh yeah, we jacked those models. My first fucking priority on that first patch is
big update.
Change all the shit that I took.
Oh, dude, big update, massive update.
Like, and then you're just like, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think this game is gonna be fucking huge. I think this game is gonna be fucking massive, David.
As a starting point, it's actually kind of crazy how good.
No, yeah.
Like,
Have you seen the patch notes? What they're gonna,
Yeah,
what's
like
coming?
what they want to add. Yeah, it's like, yeah, as a base, it's kind of wild.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like this one of the games that even if you don't like games, you don't like gaming that much, but you used to play a little bit of games, you might like this. It's one of the. It's giving me like a little bit of like an Animal Crossing vibe as well. You can
there's like
you know what
a
I mean?
base building, house building aspect to it.
You can put as much into the game as you want, kind of thing.
And then when you're done, you're just done. And
you're
then,
done. You put it away.
matter,
Yeah. Which is good. Pokemon is more like you gotta complete the game, you gotta beat all the gyms and get the badges. You've done the badges, you gotta collect all the Pokemon now.
Like there's no story or anything you need to really follow.
Good.
Like
I don't watch the story.
There might be, but like I'm on a mission where it's like you need to go fight the boss at this tower. Okay, I know where the tower is. Okay, the boss kissed my ass. I need to get stronger, and that's kind of where I'm at.
Cool.
So like I've not interacted with any kind of story whatsoever, and that might be something they add down the road. And if they add something down the road, then it's like okay, well.
Maybe I jump on. This is what console is this on?
Xbox or PC?
Xbox
because
or PC.
I believe that Xbox paid them to put it on
Good man.
Game Pass.
Good man. Good
so
man.
you can play it for free if you have Game Pass.
Good man. Good man. Yeah.
But
outside of that, yeah.
Outside of that, yeah, and I don't know. There might be people who are whinging that it's not on PlayStation or Nintendo consoles because there's always
definitely
those fucking weirdos.
Oh, definitely.
Console war.
Do you know what I don't fucking? Do you know what I don't get? Okay. PalWorld's not on my last thought. PalWorld is not on a Switch at the moment.
Right.
It's not on PlayStation.
Yep.
But I was scrolling through the Nintendo Switch store a couple days ago because I was like, ooh, anything new is out, any updates, anything's on sale.
Yep.
What's on the console store? So they don't have PalWorld. Do you know what they do have?
Lots of eroge.
Lots of eroge. Hentai World 3.
Yep.
Omega Puzzle Titty Bang Game.
There's much. I have to wonder.
Fuck me, dude.
What does that storefront look like in America? Because obviously we're on the Japanese storefront,
it's awful.
and I see that shit all the time, and I'm just like, there is a weird amount.
Yes,
like a lot more than I expected.
What the fuck? Like it's one thing to have like a shit ton of shovelware on my console. Yeah. Fine, whatever. I don't give a shit. The Wii was
like just a gajillion things of shovelware.
Whatever. But like having like 20,000 like fucking, this is Minesweeper, but it's hentai. Oh, this is
also they're children.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally, fucking always.
Yeah.
This is the game where you move the pieces around to build yourself a little picture, and once you do that, you get to see the eroy.
Yeah.
Fucking,
yep.
like,
and there's like it's not just one.
No,
there's like 40, 50,
dude,
like
so many.
And the crazy thing is when you look at like the new releases section, there's new releases in there all the time, and I'm like, oh, okay, like they're just making more and more. Like it doesn't stop.
What's weird as well is like when I look at new releases, I'm trying to find some fucking good games to download.
Right.
Like Thing came out, Code of the something, the rabbit one, where you're like the sheep one, Code of the Lamb.
Oh yeah.
Code of the Lamb is now on Nintendo Switch, and I wanted to play it. It's a good game. I'm gonna download it. And I heard something like, oh, it's on Nintendo Switch. You download and play it because I know you want to play it for a long time. And I was like, oh, good idea. It should be on new releases then. And I click new releases. And I'm like, why is there so much hentai here? Where the fuck is my Cult of the Lamb? I had to scroll like 20 pages to find this fucking game. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here?
It's very weird that the Switch has kind of been adopted by the Japanese side of the industry as this
the ero game console. Yeah,
weird like hentai eroge visual novel dumping ground.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it. I don't like it.
But like why the Switch of all things? I guess like you don't really want to play that kind of a game on like a big screen TV. Like in your living room.
I think it's because like the Switch you go, oh no, Mom, I'm just going to my bedroom to play the Switch handheld style.
Yeah.
No.
It's hands free.
Yeah, I just want to play hands free. A lot of shaking going up there. It's an earthquake.
I'm just playing with my Joy-Con.
I'm on that stage of Mario Party where you gotta shake the Joy-Con a lot to win. Don't come in, the door's locked.
I'm the reason why they took all the games out of Mario Party where you gotta do this.
Fucking erasing the fucking top of my own dick. Let's fucking go. You okay with them? Fine. Don't come in. Just solving this puzzle. Oh yeah, fucking you like that, don't you? When I solve this puzzle,
you come in your room. Mom's like, Jesus Christ! You look at your hands. There's just 2 holes in the fucking.
He's like,
ah!
Mom, I can explain. I'm Jesus.
I had risen, not anymore.
Listen, need to leave the room right now. Listen, I can explain, but not right now. I'm gonna need 10 to 15 minutes to get a good explanation. Can you do the room for 15 minutes? All right, Mom. All right, bet. All right, gang. Log on your way out. See you in a bit.
It's very weird.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, Steam is kind of the same way, but like Steam, I get because like Steam just has like an open publisher like kind of agreement that you can just publish.
Yeah, anything you want. They don't give a shit.
As long as you pay like their entrance fee to publish whatever.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah,
whatever up. So it's very weird that there's like all of that stuff. I assume that everything on the Nintendo store has to be okayed by Nintendo, right?
If that's the case, Nintendo needs to fucking sort its shit out because it's just.
I would assume so because like I don't think you just dump anything on their.
It's just all smart.
Yeah,
it's just all smart. Fuck's sake, dude.
Weird. Yeah.
Nah, strange. I'm not the biggest fan, but when it comes down to it, I'm not here trying to like fucking dictate what's.
Also, why are games so fucking expensive,
bro?
Because like, man, I'm looking like I wanted to buy Tekken 8 because Tekken 8 came out.
It's like $1 billion.
Tekken 8 on PC. How much do you think Tekken 8 costs on PC?
I think it's like 8,000 yen. More?
Higher.
Fuck off.
It's 9,680 yen.
No, I'm good. No.
Are you kidding me?
This is what stops you from buying games.
And always, it's always Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco is the worst fucking offender.
I have no comment, but yeah.
Yeah, I know why you got no comment, but like, I mean, hey, Street Fighter right now, 5,000 yen.
Mm-hmm.
That came out this year as well.
Mm-hmm. And the
why is it $100? The weirdest thing too is that it's like $20 more.
Oh yeah, in Japan.
Only in Japan.
Yeah. And they
why?
And they never go down in price.
No.
Maybe once a year.
I mean, they'll go on
a
deals.
little bit eventually, but like.
But yeah, it's like
for a
what
while.
the fuck?
All right, boys. Guys, I'm gonna have to end it there. I have something to do after this.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about other stuff, but you know what? Maybe we'll.
We got time.
We'll let it.
Yeah. I gotta be somewhere in like. Now.
I'm surprised you brought this up because I was not prepared to talk about PalWorld.
I knew that if anyone, you'd be the one to talk about it with. So I was like, I was ready for it.
It's just kind of like, it's kind of there. Like
exactly, yeah.
If 8 million people are playing and buying the game, and you like games, it's kind of unavoidable that somehow that news would make it to your ears.
It's why I brought it up because I was like, if I've heard about this, David knows about this.
I definitely have heard about it.
I'm glad I brought it up. But anyway, boys, hope you guys enjoy this episode. I will see you next week. Daddy's gonna go and have a quick evening meeting. But that's
right. Yeah. Do you have to actually like be somewhere?
Yeah, I gotta go do something. I gotta go have like an evening meeting with dinner.
All right.
It'll be cool. I'll tell you about it after it's done. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Join the Discord.
Bye-bye.
Bye.